Hello Internet, my name is Persephone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to go over an easy to do daily lockout rare farm that has the potential to make you tons of gold. Before we get into the farm, did you know I stream on Twitch 5 days a week? Link is in the description to come hang out. Added in 6.2.2 at the tail end of Warlords of Draenor were 2 clusters of 3 rares each. 3 in open world Heimal and Nagrand, and 3 in the far east end of Tanaan Jungle. All 6 of these rares have a roughly 10% each drop rate of 6 collectibles, 3 pets from the rares in Nagrand, and 3 toys from the ones in Tanaan. The rares in Nagrand drop the Warm Arcane Crystal from Pug, which gives the Empowered Mana Fiend, Vibrating Arcane Crystal from Rukdug, which gives the Energized Mana Fiend, and Glittering Arcane Crystal from Gook, which gives the Imperial Mana Fiend. The rares in Tanaan drop toys. Dracum drops the Crash and Thrashin Roller Controller, Smash 'em Grab drops the Crash and Thrashin Mortar Controller, and Gondar drops the Crash and Thrashin Cannon Controller. These toys work similarly to the ones from Wintervale, giving you access to what is essentially a remote control car to play with. All 6 of these collectibles can be bought and sold on the auction house, ranging in price from a few thousand gold to upwards of 30k, depending on which item and your server prices. Getting to these rares is really easy, especially as Horde, as the garrison for Horde is closer to Nagrand, and both factions get similar ports to Ashran, making the ones in Tanaan Jungle really easy to get to. For Horde, I do the Nagrand ones first, using my garrison Hearthstone and flying southwest over the water. Once I kill the 3 rares in Nagrand, I have a few options. If I have my dollar on Hearthstone up, I use that, and then go Dal to Org to Warspear and fly west to get to the rares in Tanaan. If I don't have my dollar on Hearth, or a similarly easy to use method to get to the Warspear portal in Org, I just simply turn around and fly back to my garrison, where I use the portal to Warspear at the top of the tower every player gets who unlocks garrison level 3. As Alliance, you have easy access to the Tanaan ones, no problem, as they are just right over the water northeast of your garrisons. The tricky ones for them are the Nagrand ones. If you happen to have the Mage Tower unlocked on your garrison, using an Ogre Waygate to get to Nagrand is the best choice. I do not, nor have I ever mained Alliance for a significant amount of time, so I don't know for sure, but I think the only other real option is to fly there, in which case I would start with Tanaan and end with the Nagrand rares. If you're an engineer regardless of faction, you can also use the Wormhole Centrifuge toy, which like other engineer wormhole toys will port you to a place around the continent. If you happen to have this and want to get to Nagrand, you would choose the Grassy Plains option, and it'll port you to one of the 4 locations in the zone so you can just fly over to the mobs and kill them. These rares have a fluctuating 5 to 10 minute respawn timer if you happen to get there when somebody else has already been farming, so be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Outside of the RNG collectibles, these rares all have garrison resources on their loot tables. With each rare, you should expect somewhere between 100 and 200 resources per kill. These resources might not seem like much, but they are precious, especially if you're setting up a garrison for the first time. If you're looking for something to spend the resources on, though, putting a trading post level 2 in your garrison will give you access to a vendor with a stock of mats whose prices change daily. Spend these resources on whichever material you use, or that can garner you the biggest profit. I personally go for Sumptuous Fur because even when it's not the most expensive, it's super consistent compared to some of the other items available on the vendor. Alternatively, you can spend your extra resources on the Rush Order Barn or any other rush order from your Garrison Quartermaster, which speeds up the production of your garrison buildings, letting you get your orders quicker and in turn making more money. Sometimes it's not the large value farms that make the most money, it's the consistent ones, and this is definitely on the consistent side. Because the drops are RNG, collectors are much more likely to buy the items from you rather than spend their time farming it themselves. Capitalizing on lazy people is the gold maker's bread and butter. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos by me, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to comment any questions, compliments, or concerns you may have down below.